What's good, everybody? It's your girl, Kayla A, and we're back today with this cute little vampire nails. No, it's not about that, but I did just do these. They're cute little vampire Gelixr set. Oh, so cute. But no, that's not why we're here. We're here for a video on prepping, okay? I was asked recently by a mother whose child is getting into nails. Can I give them some advice and help on prepping? So I sent them to my YouTube channel, and I realized my prepping video is so old, so I have to do another one. Here I am going through the motions and talking in the video in real time, but I didn't like how it came out, so I'm doing voiceover, so don't worry about the hand gesture. But I put on 4 of my tips already. This is what it's looking like, ashy, crusty, dusty, like we want it, because we are prepping for application. So this is exactly what we want, all dry and crusty. And then I left one of them undone, like bare, so I can show you how I got to that point. And I put the moon cut in the tips before I even started. I don't know if I showed that yet. But that ring finger on my left hand is what we're about to get into. So we still got a shiny layer on there. We haven't did any filing, anything. The first part of prepping is pushing back the cuticle. No, the first part of prepping is washing your hands. The second part is pushing back the cuticle, okay? You want to start with clean hands. And if you need to use cuticle remover, that is the Blue Cross one. It's just in that small little container. I didn't feel like I needed that, so I did not show that. But if you need that, use that. And it'll help this step, which is pushing back the cuticle with the cuticle pusher, so much more easy and enjoyable. Mine was pushing back really easy, really comfortable for me. I didn't feel no tension that was painful, so I did not use that. If I would have had excess skin, very white, flaky excess skin on the nail bed, I would have went ahead and nipped it. And I'm just showing you a model of what I would have did because I did not really need to do it. I didn't have any there. If you're not comfortable with a nipper, use a round ball bit and just sand over it lightly. This is my very ghetto drill off Amazon. It's breaking down as we speak. But I'm using a cuticle bit also off of Amazon to keep flush, okay? Flush to the nail bed and get the cuticle or dead skin off of the nail bed. That's all I'm trying to do. If it's there, you need to remove it. And you do not want to dig in. You do not want to be leaned into the nail. You will get rings of fire. You will cut or burn your client. You want to be on a very low speed, keeping the bit parallel to the nail and getting all of the white and dead skin that is on the nail off. If you do not have any on the nail, let's go ahead and skip this step and we're going to get right into the mandrel bit, because every client maintenance their hands different. Every client waits between appointments different times. It's not going to be a flat, one thing for everybody. You just want to do things as needed. I'm using a very small bit I got off of Zulay. Came with the sanding bands. It is the very small mandrel bit. That one there is the regular one that I got from Pana. That's the typical one you see people use. I'm in love with the skinny one. It gets into all the spots, okay? And I would recommend you get the Zulay one because it comes with 100 sanding bands for $25. If you get the Kiara Sky one, it does not come with 100 sanding bands. And I think to add the sanding bands, it's for like $40. So just go to Zulay Nails, girl. And this is a great investment. Yes, it is $25, but I mean, you get right up in there. You see me getting up in there. So what we are trying to do is remove all of the shine off of my nails. I just soaked off a set. So in addition to shine, I had acrylic on my nails still. So I'm trying to get all of that off using a very light hand also, very low speed. I go in with my swipe to dehydrate. You can use a lint-free wipe, or you can put it in a bottle and use the brush that comes with the bottle. I have mine in the bottle and you'll see in a minute. So after I have a dehydrated, clean surface that is etched lightly, I go in with my tip. I had pre-cut the moon tip using the regular size mandrel bit. And I use KDS glue because it's fast drying and I'm just trying to put it on as straight as I can. And then I'll get into blending that tip and buffing that harsh line out. I don't do mine that good because, it's on me. If it was on the client, it'd be pristine. But it's on me. I don't really care. I cut corners on myself all the time. This is the dehydrator I said was in the bottle. It's literally a polished bottle. I emptied it out, sanitized it, cleaned it. And that's swipe. That is my swipe. It's in a regular polished bottle. Swipe ain't nothing but alcohol. If you don't got swipe, use alcohol. This is not protein bomb. This is no lift nail primer, but I use that bottle. This is what that is. Available on Amazon. If you use protein bond, you need 2 layers. If you just use no lift and you put it in a protein bond bottle, then you just need 1 layer. So here I am dehydrating. It's that simple. You don't want to put it on the tip. You just want to put it on your actual nail bed. I always use nail plate and nail bed interchangeably. Then you want to go in for a second layer after it dries. So at this point, we done used 3 layers of dehydrator. You do not want to have any food residue, oil residue, hair grease residue, lip gloss residue on your nail before application. It should look dry, crusty, and dusty just like this. No shine, no nothing. We're dry, we're crusty, we're rusty, we're ready for primer. So we go in with 1 layer of primer. Again, I repeat, if you actually just go to Young Nails and buy Protein Bond, which I also used to love and used to use, you need 2 layers. I'm using no lift. It's just in this bottle. So I'm going to do 1 layer. Do not get this on the skin because no lift, unlike Protein Bond, is acid-based. This is an acid-based primer. So it will burn you a little bit if you get it on the skin. Protein Bond, if it gets on the skin, which you don't want to do, but if you do accidentally, it will not burn you. But anyways, I stand by no lift. This is my file that I just use on me repeatedly, so it's wore down, but I did all my filing, and now we're just going to clean it up. So I didn't show my application or filing. We just are here for the prep. This is what this video about. So I went in, I go ahead and I clean up my moon cut. You can kind of see how I made it. That's basically how I made it, and I'm just cleaning it up. And now I'm going in to seal my cuticle. This is another step. I think I'm on my 5th step right now, my 5th tip in how to get retention and stop your nails from lifting. You must go in and seal that cuticle. Me personally, my personal self, I use a sanding band, and I kind of got it on my actual skin there, which was very dry and flaky. But these are all my personal products that I just use on me, not my clients. So I went in with the sanding band just lightly. I'm just lightly trying to really smooth that area over before I go in with an even lighter touch with my 5-in-1. My 5-in-1 is from Pana. My Mandrill bit is also from Pana, and they both came off Amazon. But you see how light of a hand I have? Maybe you cannot tell, but I have a very light hand, and I'm going on a very light speed. Nothing about this bit has anything to do with structure. It's all about sealing that cuticle. That's how you get water not seeping underneath the nail, and that's how you really prevent lifting. You have to seal that cuticle. So that's a good tip for retention. And because this is my pink Halloween set, I do one every year. Even if it's not on me, even if it's on the client, I do one every year. And this year's on me, and I am buffing for my life because the nail art is about to eat. And the nail art video is coming after this one. But the nail art video is going to eat down. I have to literally buff. And after we buff, we clean up, and that's literally it. That was the prep and the sealed cuticle, and it's going to make for great application. Boom, that's the look.